Speak Golden State Warriors fans, today I have for you 4 explosive news about the Golden State Warriors, the last one being the best part of the video, so stay until the end of the video, subscribe to the channel and leave your like, and don't forget the last news is the best in the video. First news. Kerr hopeful Chris Paul, Warriors bring out best in each other originally appeared on NBC Sports Bay Area. Steve Kerr believes Chris Paul's addition to the Warriors has the potential to be a perfect union. Before Golden State's preseason win over the Los Angeles Lakers on Friday, Kerr told reporters why he believes both parties will help each other thrive. Well, Chris is a really smart player, one of the smartest players I've ever seen, both as an opponent over the years and now this year during camp, Kerr said. You just see his intelligence. He's so thoughtful, he's so particular about every possession. Smart players tend to figure things out quickly, especially when they're playing with other smart players, so I have no doubt it's going to be a great fit. Kerr is hopeful Paul's intelligence entering his 19th NBA season will help him mesh with the Warriors, a group searching for connectivity after a 2022-23 campaign that lacked chemistry. And once he does, the 12-time NBA All-Star will be surrounded by other future Hall of Famers like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. It's hard to imagine an environment better equipped to bring out a player's best. And in return, Kerr sees Paul's veteran presence as a vocal leader, proving invaluable in a somewhat soft-spoken locker room. Chris is very vocal in a great way. We need that, Kerr said. I think most of our team is quiet, other than Draymond. But I think, frankly, Draymond needs another voice in that locker room. I think we have been at our best over the years when we've had veteran guys like David West, Zaza, Pachulia, Sean Livingston, whose voices really carried well in the locker room. Everybody's different, but Chris is very vocal, very smart, constantly asking questions about what we're doing in this case or that case, and I think this team could use that at this stage. As odd as it was at first for Dub Nation, Paul looks like he's fitting right in with the Warriors through 2 preseason games. And as he becomes more comfortable in search of his first NBA championship, it's clear he's in a place where he can not only succeed, but help deliver success. Second news. Warriors champion signs contract with new team. A champion with the Golden State Warriors in 2018, 12-year NBA veteran Nick Young has signed with the Macau Black Bears of Hong Kong. The team announced the signing on social media, and will add the former NBA guard to their roster. In his 12 NBA seasons, Young played for the Washington Wizards, LA Clippers, Philadelphia 76ers, Los Angeles Lakers, Golden State Warriors, and Denver Nuggets. Averaging a career-high 17.9 ppg for the Lakers in 2014, Young was mostly a bench player during his career, starting just 201 of the 720 NBA games he played. Now playing in Hong Kong, Young should have a pretty substantial role for the Black Bears. At 38 years old, Young has not played in the NBA since the 2018-19 season, but could have some left in the tank for his new team. Young won a championship in his second-to-last NBA season, playing 80 games for the 2017-18 Warriors that won it all. While Young didn't play heavy minutes that postseason, he did appear in 20 playoff games, scoring 52 points in 205 total minutes. Playing just 4 games with the Denver Nuggets after that season, the 2017-18 championship year for Young was his last full year in the league, and it was a good one. Now with the Black Bears, Young will get to extend his professional career a bit longer. Third news. Former first-round pick makes bold statement about James Harden. The Golden State Warriors stopped a lot of great teams from winning NBA championships. Some of them include the Houston Rockets, San Antonio Spurs, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. In fact, Derek Favors believes if it wasn't for the Warriors, James Harden would already be a 2-time champion by now. In an interview with Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype, Favors gave a very bold claim about Harden's Houston Rockets teams. Houston had James Harden at the time, winning 65 games, Favors said. I think some of it was matchups, going against 2 historically great offensive teams. We couldn't match up with them, but who could in the league? If it wasn't for Golden State, Houston probably would have won championships. If it wasn't for those two teams, we could have won a championship. The first year of James Harden and Chris Paul on the Houston Rockets was a truly tremendous team. If it wasn't for a Chris Paul injury, the Rockets had a legitimate chance to defeat the Golden State Warriors and advance to the NBA Finals. By the second year, it seemed very clear the Warriors were just the better team. Still, if it weren't for the Kevin Durant Warriors, that Rockets team would clearly be the best team in the league. The NBA can be a sad game of what-ifs. What if Chris Paul and Blake Griffin didn't get hurt every year? What if Kevin Durant never joined the Warriors after blowing a 3-1 lead? Sadly, James Harden's Houston Rockets join that what-if. Fourth news. Chris Paul will completely unlock Warriors' Jonathan Kuminga. Golden State Warriors star Draymond Green is optimistic about how the imminent arrival of Chris Paul will aid the continued development of Jonathan Kuminga. Green said on Podcast P with Paul George the Hall of Fame-bound point guard broadly adds another dimension to the offense and will completely unlock Jonathan Kuminga and his growth. By virtue of being such an effective playmaker, Paul has long been considered a player who elevated his teammates. Starting from his lone season with the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2019-20, the 38-year-old also became somebody you'd target specifically with younger talent on your roster in mind. Paul had a tangible impact on the growth of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It was the same story with the Phoenix Suns, where DeAndre Ayton became a much more effective scorer and Devin Booker's potent offense started to translate into winning basketball. The Warriors have effectively abandoned their two timelines plan by trading James Wiseman last year and agreeing to send Jordan Poole to the Washington Wizards. With that in mind, it could be telling that the front office hasn't jettisoned Kuminga despite him garnering some outside interest. The 20-year-old is averaging 9.6 points and 3.4 rebounds per game through his first 2 years. He made strides as a shooter this past season, with his three-point percentage climbing from 33.6% in 2021 to 22 to 37%. If Paul's presence can help to trigger a breakout for Kuminga, then it could have significant consequences on the Warriors' championship hopes in the short term and their long-term plans of eventually charting a future without the big three of Green, Stephen Curry, and Klay Thompson.